I'm Sonya Sophia, and this video is to help us all get better at receiving love. So I don't know about you, but sometimes when people are complimenting me very deeply or telling me exactly how much they love me or why they love me, a part of me wants to shut down a little bit. A part of me wants to kind of check out, go numb, brush it off, leave my body, hold my breath, wait till the compliment's over so that I can give them a compliment back or get back to doing whatever I was doing. It's almost like a part of me feels embarrassed. And I wonder if that's true for you. I see it a lot in the world, and I see it a lot in the people that come to my workshops and participate in tapping events that I lead. So I thought maybe this would be something you'd like to tap on too. Because the more love you can actually let in, the more nourished you're going to feel. And the more love people will want to give you because there's actually a place for them to put it. So imagine that people are walking around with these beautiful gifts all wrapped up and they want to give them to somebody. But everyone's saying, oh, no, that's not for me. Oh, no, I don't want your gift. Let me give you one. And there's all these people longing to be received. So if we get better at receiving love, it's actually a gift to the person who's trying to offer us this love. And it makes them feel like their love is worth receiving. Plus, it nourishes you in a way that you might not be accustomed to being nourished. So let's tune in to how it feels when someone gives you a really deep compliment. That might be a hard feeling to access, so I'm going to give you a deep compliment. I want you to imagine for a moment that we're close and that I'm really talking to you, and I want you to receive this and let yourself feel what comes up for you. Maybe it's going to be easy, and maybe it's not so easy. We'll find out, okay? All right, so here I go. Hey, love, I just want you to know that I see you and I believe in you, and I really value how you show up in my life. It makes a big difference to me that you're here. Thank you. I love you. All right. Did something come up for you there? Let's tap on whatever that is, just for practice, okay? So massaging the front of your chest, pressing around until you find those tender spots in the front of your chest. Big, deep breath and big sigh. Even though I feel what? What happens inside your head when I give you that compliment? Do you feel like, oh, she's not talking to me, or that compliment's insincere, or I'm not worthy of her love? What comes up for you? I'm open to loving and accepting myself, even though this comes up for me. Tap the eyebrows. This feeling of what? Tap the temples. Part of me doesn't want to let this love in. Tap the cheeks. Why don't I want to let the love in? Big breath. Let's ask ourselves 3 times. Why don't I want to let love in? Why don't I want to let love in? What keeps me from letting the love in? Tap into the nose. Big, deep breath. I don't want to let it in because, blurt out the first thing that comes to mind. That was so fun. Let's do it again. Tapping the chest in a circle. I don't want to let love in because... Okay, tapping the front of the ribs. I don't want to let love in because... Say it again. And tapping the side of the ribs. I'm afraid to let it in. Tap the inside of the wrist. I don't want to get too used to that feeling. Tap the side of the thumb. I don't want to believe it's true. Why wouldn't you want to believe something so loving is true? Tap the index finger. I'm not used to being spoken to like that. Tap the middle finger. I only want to let it in a little bit. Big breath. Tap the side of the bottom of the fourth finger. I don't want to get too used to it. Tap the little finger. I'm afraid if I get used to it, that it might get taken away. Big breath, big sigh. And if it gets taken away, I'll feel what? I might feel sad. I might feel devastated. Tap the top of the head. So if I just never let it in at all, I'll keep myself from feeling sad and devastated. Does that make sense? Not letting love in is keeping me from feeling sad and emotionally devastated? Interesting how our survival mechanisms work. They're often creating the very thing we're trying to avoid. If I starve myself from letting love in, I'm protecting myself from feeling unloved. Big breath. What if I let the love in? What if I let love in that's already here? Think about who's in your life trying to love you. Maybe in the most simple way, like someone's just complimenting me on my clothes. Tap the chest. There are people every day who are trying to love me. Maybe in really small ways, maybe in really big ways. Big breath, big sigh. Who are those people? If you can't think of anyone, then I want you to practice with me, because the reason I'm making this video is because I want you to feel loved, and I want you to know that someone cares. Tap the front of the ribs. I'm allowing myself to receive the love from who? Can you name one or two people that are trying to give you these gifts that you've been kind of pushing away? Tap the side of the ribs. I'm afraid if I receive their love, what terrible thing might happen? Tap the inside of the wrist. I'm afraid of letting that love touch me. Tap the side of the thumb, because letting love touch me makes me feel vulnerable. Big breath. I'm allowing myself to let the love touch me, even though it makes me feel vulnerable when I receive it. Tap the middle finger. What if I let their love touch me? Think again about who's trying to love you in your life. Maybe it's your children. Maybe it's a lover. Maybe it's just you and me practicing letting love in today. That's okay. See if you can let my love touch you. Tap the side of the hand. I'm open to loving and accepting myself. I'm open to letting love touch me. What if I let love touch me? Tap the sides of the head. Tap the back of the head. I'm open to letting love touch me. Even though it feels awkward and scary, I don't have to be afraid of loving compliments. I don't have to be afraid of someone expressing tenderness and love for me. Tap the front of the ribs. I'm releasing this fear of being loved. Tap the side of the ribs. Now I'm going to tell you something else about love. Love looks for the places that are the darkest, the saddest, and the most unloved, and it wants to go there first, which is why it feels so terrifying, because these parts of you are trying to convince you that they don't need love, they don't want love, that love is a toxic, scary, bad thing. But actually, what's toxic is holding on to this darkness inside you that doesn't want to be touched. So love dissolves all that darkness, and that darkness wants to live there, wants to keep convincing you that you're less than worthy. Tap the side of the thumb. So what happens if we practice right now taking love to where we feel less than worthy of love? Ready? I want you to give me 3 reasons why you can't let love in right now, or you don't want love. Tap the index finger. I don't want to let love in because, big breath. Tap the middle finger. You can say the same excuse or use another one. If I let love in, then what might happen? Tap the bottom of the 4th finger. This part of me is afraid of receiving love because, tap the little finger. What if I could get used to feeling safe and comfortable in the presence of love? I could get used to feeling safe and comfortable receiving love. I'm practicing the art of receiving love now. Feeling more safe, tap the temples, and more comfortable every time love is offered to me. I forgive myself for rejecting these feelings of love, praise, and appreciation. I forgive myself for rejecting compliments, for feeling embarrassed or shy. Tap the front of the ribs. I'm releasing this fear that goes through me, tuning in again to that discomfort of hearing I love you. Tap the side of the ribs. I'm afraid it means I'll have to do something, that they'll want me to love them back. I don't have to do anything just because someone loves me. I don't have to love them back. I'm getting used to receiving love. Big breath. I'm getting used to receiving love. Tap the bottom of the 4th finger, and it's safe for me to practice. Tap the little finger with everyone who gives me any kind of love, praise, or appreciation. Tap this side of the hand. I'd like to get better at receiving love now. It's safe to get better at receiving love now. Tap the eyebrows, big breath, tuning in again to that uncomfortable feeling where you either check out, or you feel awkward, or you hold your breath. I'm allowing myself to feel safe. Tap the chest. I'm willing to tap on whatever comes up, memories, feelings, and past experiences, until my nervous system feels calm and open and receptive to genuinely receiving love. I suggest that you use this video many times, that you tap on memories that may come up along with this conversation, and that you release the things that block you from the flow of love. The better you are at receiving it, the more you're going to facilitate the flow of love on planet Earth. And we all know that that's exactly what we need. More love flowing freely and deeply and authentically between our hearts. I want to remind you that we are facilitating the flow of love every Monday, a live broadcast, a huge global community, blossoming and growing. Come join us in the World Tapping Circle and practice facilitating the flow of love. I'll see you soon. Thank you for tapping with me.